Hi, and welcome to video 3 on our transition to Armlock putting series. Today we're going to talk about fitting, but before we do that, although I don't have any views, I do have 3 questions I would ask myself from the last video 2. And those 3 questions are: 1, you spoke about a spacer type putter grip on the Armlock putter that would reduce some of the angle and allow you to hold that putter more vertically when you putt. That is available from this company, Even Roll, and it comes in a 17-inch version that fits Armlock putter. Second question, where did you get these shoes? These are G4, made by Peter Millar, dual boa. They're very, very nice, very comfortable. Give them a look if you would. Finally, do you think Armlock putting is better than conventional putting? My answer to that is no. Why? Well, 99% of the putters on tour, players on tour, are conventional putters. So I would be an idiot to say that Armlock putting is better. However, when you putt with a short putter, and as you get older, your nerves get worse, etc., etc., you can get a lot going on with a putter like this. Your wrists break down, you get a little strong in the right hand, a lot of variables. Armlock is basically this. Your left arm, and you putt the ball. Your right hand goes along for the ride. Now, if you're a bad putter and you don't think this is an easier, better stroke than what you have right now, you should probably turn this off, because it is. Now, let's talk about fitting. 2 things you need to know about fitting. 1, you need to know how long you want your putter to be. And 2nd, you need to know what the loft of the putter is based on, or where you want the loft of the putter to be based on how you position the ball. This is the coolest and easiest thing you can do to figure out how long you want your Armlock putter. Get your regular putter, take an old shaft, or you need to cut an alignment rod in half to do this. Run it down your shaft and grip the putter, slide it different places, get a feel on where that feels comfortable to lock on your arm. The only thing you have to watch, the rules say you cannot extend the putter past your elbow. So anything below your elbow is fine. Typically 2 to 3 inches below is fairly common. Now, the cool thing is, if you do this, and you throw a few balls down in your living room or on your practice screen, you pretty much can simulate what an Armlock putter will feel like. Very close. Plus, when you do that, you can experiment a little bit with where you want to position the ball and where it feels best to you, whether it's better in the middle, better forward, which is, as I mentioned, where I like it. So once you determine that, first, write down the distance that feels, the length that feels good to you, so you know if you were going to get a putter, basically what length you want. 2nd, figure out the loft. Grab this. Back up. Figure out the position you'd like to put the putter when you putt, and that will dictate the loft. Your putter, no matter what it is, typically has a loft of 3 to 4 degrees. It'll allow the ball to climb off the green a little bit as you stroke it and glide smoothly. So, if you, when you Armlock putt, will lean that shaft forward, whatever that amount is in degrees is going to de-loft your putter. In order for that putter to be back to where it was spec'd, you're going to need to add in that loft. So if your putter's 3 or 4 degrees and you de-loft it 3 or 4 degrees, then in order to get it back to where it was and your arm is here, that putter has to be 7 or 8 degrees. It's a little complicated, but just the way it is. Now, you can go online, find your putter, find the specs that will tell you what the loft is. And this is the part you'll just have to experiment with to see where you want the ball and what you think your loft should be. Now, it's not a perfect science, but it's pretty close. Me, with this one, bought this putter. It's an Odyssey 2-ball mid-length, which is something you should think about when you get a putter. If you can, get one that's already designed to be longer than normal because the balance will be better. So when I experimented with Armlock and arrived at the point that I play the ball pretty much on my left foot, I didn't do anything to the loft. Now, I may be off 1 or 2 degrees compared to what someone might consider perfect, but it doesn't matter to me because I'm not on tour, so I'm good with it. You'll have to figure out where you want that to be. You have to figure out what the length of the putter is that you want to putt with. And from that point, you can do one of 3 things. You can go to a club fitter or a big box. They'll probably fit you. You can find a putter or order a putter to basically what specs you want. 2, you can just simply go online, and there are a lot of manufacturers now that make Armlock putters. Spec it how you want it, and you'll have it. 3rd, which is what I did, if you're lucky enough to be able to do a few things with club design and club modification, you can do it yourself, but that's a little bit of work. For example, this has been longer when I was using it as a belly putter. I've cut it down a couple of times, built it back up a couple of times, but it's still fine. Point is, it's going to take some initiative to get yourself in an Armlock putter. But the point of this series of videos has been, I truly think if you're not putting the ball well and haven't for some time, can't find your way out of that, this is a fairly simple, fairly cheap solution, unless you go out and buy a brand new putter and spec it. They're just as expensive as the rest of them, maybe more, to solving your problem. So work through the variables, work through the length that you want, try to figure out the loft you want based on where you want to position the ball, and go get someone to help you if you need. Try to get yourself into one of these. I really think it'll be worth the effort. Thanks for watching. One more lesson after this. We'll talk about practice and what I think is the best practice routine, regardless of short putter or long putter. And after that, we'll sign out. Thanks again. Have a good day.